Night of the Fireflies. Bedtime story. The heart of summer in Hearthstone Hollow lay still and breathless beneath a white-hot sky. The air felt thick and heavy, like warm wool. The brook ran thin and silent. Even the bees moved slowly, as if swimming through honey. It was a heat wave that seemed to press the very magic from the land. And then, Leo noticed a deeper silence. The fireflies were missing. Every previous summer, as dusk bled into velvet night, the meadow would come alive with their tiny, floating lanterns, a silent, blinking symphony of gold and green. It was the Hollow's most delicate celebration. Now, the darkness remained unlit, just empty, hot black. "It doesn't feel like summer without them," Leo murmured to Elara, as they sat on the porch seeking a breeze that wouldn't come. Bramble the cat was a puddle of fur on the cool stones, and Moss the dog lay panting softly in the deepest shadow. The absence of the tiny lights felt like a loss of wonder. Elara fanned herself with a broad leaf. "Fireflies are tender souls," she said. "Their light is born from cool, damp evenings and tall, dew-laden grass. This harsh heat, it is a wall they cannot cross." The tender quest. The next morning, instead of his usual chores, Leo declared a new mission: they would bring the fireflies back. Not by force, but by invitation. Their quest was not for grand things, but for small, forgotten comforts. They became gentle detectives of the microworld. Elara, with Moss faithfully shadowing her, went to the oldest, shadiest part of the woods. There, beneath the ferns, she carefully gathered handfuls of cool, rich, moist leaf litter, the perfect nursery for firefly larvae. "Their children live here for 2 years before they ever take flight," she explained. "They are thirsty little stars in the soil." Leo, with Bramble weaving curious circles around his boots, took a watering can to the meadow's edges. He gave long, deep drinks to the tall, unmown grasses where the fireflies loved to perch. He watered the mossy patches near the stone wall. He wasn't just watering plants, he was creating tiny oases of coolness. Their work felt almost foolish. How could a watering can and some old leaves compete with the relentless sun? The first light. That evening, as the heat finally loosened its grip, they placed their offerings. Elara spread the damp leaf litter in a shaded, protected corner near the grandmother tree. Leo placed a shallow clay dish, filled with fresh water and a few pebbles for landing, beside it. Then, they sat and waited. Bramble and Moss settled beside them, all 4 of them holding a shared, quiet hope in the thickening dusk. For a long time, there was only darkness and the sound of their own breathing. Then, a single, brave, greenish-gold flash. Low to the ground, near the new leaf litter. Then another, a little further out. Then a third, blinking in response. It wasn't the grand symphony of years past. It was a whisper. A hesitant, grateful conversation between 3 tiny points of light. But it was enough. The magic had not vanished, it had only been waiting for a door to be opened. The realization. Watching the 3 little lights blink their slow, patient code, Leo understood. "We didn't make them come back," he whispered, awe in his voice. "We just made the world a little more like a home they could remember. We reminded the land how to be gentle." Elara nodded, her face soft in the dim light. "The deepest magic isn't in controlling life," she said. "It's in listening to its smallest needs. Sometimes, the most powerful act is to offer a cup of water to the invisible." Over the next few nights, as they kept the water dish full and the shaded refuge damp, more fireflies returned. The tiny lights multiplied, blinking their ethereal dots and dashes across the meadow. The Hollow's nightly celebration was restored, not through grand engineering, but through attentive kindness. The harvest of wonder. One particularly beautiful, cooler night, as 100 fireflies wove light through the dark, Leo brought out 2 blankets. He, Elara, Bramble, and Moss lay back in the grass, a little island of quiet awe in a sea of blinking stars. Up close, the tiny lights were not just beautiful, they were miraculous. A beetle that could write with light. Bramble's eyes were huge, following the slow trails, but he made no move to chase. Moss gave a contented sigh, his tail thumping slowly on the earth. The world was full of wonder again, and they were part of it. Later, in the soft glow of the guardian lantern, Leo wrote in his journal. "The night of the fireflies returned. We did not fight the heat wave. We out-gentled it. We learned that the greatest magic often belongs to the smallest beings, and our job is not to command it, but to protect the conditions for it to bloom. A little shade, a little moisture, a little patience. That is all the invitation wonder needs." And so, dear listener, as you close your eyes tonight, think of the fireflies in your own world. What small, magical lights in your life feel dimmed or missing? Are they waiting, perhaps, not for a grand solution, but for a simple, tender act of care? A little kindness, a little stillness,